Let me ask you a question. In your house, what do you use your kitchen for? To cook, right? Good. How about your living room? What do you use your living room for? For relaxation, right? After the hustle and bustle of the day? Good. How about your bedroom? You sleep there, right? The same thing also applies to land usage. There are different lands for commercial purposes, there are lands for industrial purposes, and there are lands for residential purposes. And that is what we will be discussing today on our land banking series. Now, this is going to be a long topic, but we're going to try our best to exhaust as much as possible. If we're not able to finish it up today, we'll continue tomorrow. So the topic we are going to be looking at today is what? Understanding land use and zoning laws in land banking. Yes. Please do not remember, at the end of this video, if you get value, please like, comment, and share it with your friend. So what is land use and zoning laws? Now, according to World Bank defines land use and zoning laws as the regulatory system that determines how individuals, businesses, and organizations use properties, that is landed properties. Now, I must inform you that before you go ahead to develop a parcel of land or parcels of land you bought, you need to understand that there are different uses of this land, and that's what we are discussing today. Now, there are lots of subtopics I have listed here. You can see the first is what you need to know about land use and zoning laws, questions you must ask about land use and zoning laws, and then the significance of land use and zoning laws in real estate. And then we'll also look at the types of land use and zoning laws. Now, what are those things you need to know about land use and zoning laws? Now, you need to first understand that the regulatory system or these laws of land use and zoning laws comes out of the state, the federal, and the local government of an area. So if you intend buying a property from a certain area, you must go to your local community, to the local government, to find out what this particular area is meant for. And that is what we can actually help you do when you patronize us here at Homeland. Okay, our properties are actually separated into different uses. We understand that there are properties for commercial, there are properties for residential, and then there are properties for industrial uses. That is why we try to advise our clients and also know what they actually want to do with their investment, their plans, before we go ahead to tell them about any properties we have. So that is what you need to know about land use. You need to know about the area. What is that area meant for? Okay, because if you go and build a residential house in an area where it's meant for commercial property for that, and most often usually a financial penalty, and you might even end up losing your investment. So it's better you deal with a professional realtor or a credible company so that you won't make that mistake. Now, the questions you must ask about land use and zoning laws. Now, you must find out, okay, what are the consistent laws that are guiding an area? What are the consistent laws? This means that you need to find out the particular project that area can actually accommodate. And also, you need to also ask, even though I've found out that, okay, let's say this particular area is meant for industrial purposes, can that actually change? Can it change from industrial to commercial? You need to also find that out. And you also need to find out when it's appropriate for you to kickstart your development in an area. You need to know if you need to seek permission from a certain quarter before you kickstart development in your area. So that is that for the questions you need to ask. There are more questions, but these 3 questions I listed, they are the important questions that you must ask before going ahead. And then let's look at the significance of land use and zoning laws in real estate. Now, there are reasons why these land use and zoning laws are there to guide how you and myself develop our properties. Number one is to facilitate economic growth. Yes, imagine an area that is meant for residential building, and then you now take a factory and build it there. Those that are living around that area, they're not going to find it funny. Imagine them trying to rest during the day or at night, then they'll be hearing different noise disturbing them. You see, it won't be healthy. It won't be a healthy place for people to live in. So that is why, that is the one of the significance of this land use and zoning laws, to facilitate economic development. So when you cite a land where it's meant for commercial purposes or industrial or agriculture, it is being used specifically for that purpose, and then the area grows economically. Okay, then number two is defending property values. Now, what do we mean by defending property values? This is what we mean by that. When you cite an industrial business in an area that is meant for agricultural purposes, you are defeating the aim of that area. Okay, it's meant specifically for agricultural use, and then you cite an industry there. Now you are depreciating, you're actually killing the value of that land. The same thing with when you cite an agricultural land, an agricultural activity, an agricultural business in a residential building, you're actually defeating the aim of that area. So that is why we need to, that is one of the important significance of the zoning laws and land use. And then the final significance is what? Promoting effective land use. Okay, now imagine when you use something for what it is meant for. Okay, you're meant to use an agricultural land and you're using it for that particular purpose. Now you are going to do what? You are going to promote its effectiveness. You are going to promote its effectiveness. You are going to appreciate the value of that area. You are going to appreciate the economic growth of that particular area. And then imagine in a commercial area, lands are meant for commercial and use it for that particular purpose. You are going to do what? You are going to reap the full benefits of that commercial area. Just take for, we're also looking at the types of land use and zoning regulations. Yes, you can see I listed three here. We have residential zoning, commercial zoning, and industrial zoning. Now this means that residential, this is for you and I to live in. You cannot cite commercial properties like offices, restaurants, malls in a commercial dwelling. No, you cite commercial zoning. This helps to protect the commercial growth of the area. Yes, it is meant to foster commercial growth of the area. When you cite commercial properties in commercial areas, you intend to help boost the commercial activities of that area and also create employment in that area. And then finally, we have industrial zoning. This is also targeted at increasing the economic growth of the area and then providing, of course, job opportunities for those around that area. Now, there are advantages of the land use and zoning laws, and there are also the risks factor, but we're not going to be looking at it today because, as I said earlier, it's actually a long topic. We are going to give it 2 days. So I believe you got value. If you got value from this video, if you now understand the land use and zoning laws in land banking, like, comment, and share with your friends. Thank you. I remain your #1 real estate consultant, Mr. Landu. Thank you.